Constitution of India. A constitution is concerned with two main aspects. A, the relation between the different levels of government, and B, between the government and the citizens. For the framing of Constitution of India. Dr. Sachidananda Sinha was the first President temporary of the Constituent Assembly when it met on December 9, 1946. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the President of the Constituent Assembly and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar became the Chairman of its drafting committee on December 11, 1946. First President temporary Dr. Sachidananda Sinha left on December 9, 1946. Dr. Rajendra Prasad Middle, the President of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar Right, the Chairman of its drafting committee, is on December 11, 1946. The framing of Constitution of India. First day December 9, 1946 of the Constituent Assembly. From right, B.G. Kher and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. K.M. Munshi is seated behind Patel. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 385 members, of which 292 were elected by the elected members of the provincial legislative assemblies, while 93 members were nominated by the princely states. To these were to be added a representative each from the 4 Chief Commissioners provinces of Delhi, Ajmer, Coorg and British Baluchistan. Drafting committee set up in the 29th of August 1947, task of preparing draft of new constitution. Members. Chairman Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. K.M. Munshi, Syed Muhammad Sadullah, N. Madhava Rao, T.T. Krishnamacharita. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Chairman, Drafting Committee of the Indian Constitution with other members on August 29, 1947. Features of Constitution of India. 1. From UK nominal head. President, Cabinet system of ministers, post of PM, parliamentary type of gov. Bicameral parliament, lower house more powerful, council of ministers responsible to lower house, provision of speaker in Lok Sabha. 2. From US of written constitution, appointment of vice president, fundamental rights, Supreme Court, head of the state known as president, provision of states, judicial review. 3. From Australia concurrent list, center-state relationship, language of the preamble. 4. From US fundamental duties, 5-year plan. 5. From government emergency provision. 6. From Japan law on which the Supreme Court functions. 7. From Canada federal system and residuary powers. 8. From South Africa procedure of constitutional amendment. 9. From Ireland concept of directive principles of state policy. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Chairman of the Drafting Committee, Democratic Republic, and presenting the final draft of the Indian Constitution to Dr. Rajendra Prasad on the 25th of November 1940. Socialist, secular, secure to constitution. The people makes laws, interprets laws, enforces laws. Fig. Role of Constitution in relationship between government and its people. Into a sovereign citizenry legislative constitution in relationship between government and its people. 16. Constitution of India and government. Into 3 distinct but interrelated branches. Legislative, executive and judiciary. Have to function within their own spheres demarcated under the Constitution. In other words, the doctrine of separation of powers has been implicitly recognized by the Indian Constitution. The Indian government is divided: government of executive, judiciary, legislative. The Parliament of India equals the President of India plus the 2 houses, Lok Sabha, House of the People, and Rajya Sabha, Council of States. The Supreme Court of India consists of a Chief Justice and 30 associate, the President of India, Vice President, Cabinet, executive departments and agencies. Parts of the Constitution was enacted by the Constituent Assembly on the 26th of November 1949 and came into effect on the 26th of January 1950. The date the 26th of January was chosen to commemorate Declaration of Independence of 1930. With its adoption, the Union of India officially became the modern and contemporary Republic of India, and it replaced the Government of India Act 1935 as the country's fundamental governing document. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute Indians, Justice, Social and Executive Constitution. Union and its Territory Part 2. Citizenship. Part 3. Fundamental Rights Part 4. Directive Principles of State Policy Part IV. Fundamental Duties Part 5. The Union Part 6. The States Part 7. States in the B part of the first schedule repealed Part 8. The Union Territories Part 9. The Panchayats Part IXA. The Municipalities Part IXB. The Cooperative Economic and 15 Government Part 1. Societies. Part 10. The Scheduled and Tribal Areas Part 11. Relations between the Union and the States Part 12. Finance, Property, Contracts and Suits Part 13. Trade and Commerce within the Territory of India Part 14. Services under the Union, the States Part XIBA. Tribunals Part 15. Elections Part 16. Special provisions relating to certain classes Part 17. Languages Part 18. Emergency Provisions Part 19. Miscellaneous Part 20. Amendment of the Constitution Part 21. Temporary, Transitional and Special Provisions Part 22. Short title, Date of Commencement, Authoritative Text in Hindi and Repeals. The 12 Schedules. Political. First Schedule. Territorial demarcations of states and union territories. 2. Second Schedule. Provisions for the President, Governor and Senior Executives. 3. Third Schedule. Affirmations and Oaths. 4. Fourth Schedule. Allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha. 5. Fifth Schedule. Administration and control of scheduled areas. 6. Sixth Schedule. Administration of tribal areas of Northeast. 7. Seventh Schedule. Union, state and concurrent lists. 8. Eighth Schedule. Languages 22. 9. Ninth Schedule. Laws immune to judicial review. 10. 10th Schedule. Disqualification on grounds of defection. 11. 11th Schedule. Provisions for panchayats. 12. 12th Schedule. Provisions for municipalities. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality of status and of opportunity. And to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly this 26th day of November, 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.